Okay, brilliant. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold them here. I'm tuning into the live people here as well. So let's call this our rainbow this morning. I'm not sure what the name is. Is there a name for this? No, we'll call it our rainbow. We'll call it our rainbow of gratitude. So what we're going to do is, what instantly jumps to mind is 7 different things of the 7 different colours. But maybe that's a little bit too much to jump into today. So I'm going to set yourself a little bit of a task to maybe let's find 3 bits of gratitude now. And then through your day, there's 4 more bits you can find. So let's go through those colours of the rainbow. So let's start with red. Okay, and let's dig into that as we take a bit of a breath, find some gratitude, ground ourselves into the space, and catch those thoughts. Can we start to add a bit of a circle to this? So as we go, can we start to turn around in a bit of a circle, just in small increments so it doesn't really disrupt too much? If anybody's joining in live, you can just join in with this with one ball, just back and forth, just like this, and we just turn it in a circle. So let's jump to now orange. Okay, so let's find that second bit of gratitude as we turn in that circle. And let's come to one space. Let's go 4-4, but really, really, really small this morning. So it's almost like a tap. It's almost like a vibrating hand that's not actually moving. So let's just look at the balls moving in motion, and let's jump to yellow in that rainbow, that third bit of gratitude this morning, and just look at those vibrating balls in your hand. And then just find that third bit of gratitude this morning. And let's get a bit higher. Let's get a bit higher. As we go. Brilliant. All the way up, right to the ceiling. And then let's bring them right back down again to this place. And let's come back to the vibrating in each hand. Okay, so let's connect this to our breath a little bit now. Let's catch those 3 thoughts of gratitude. And what we're going to do is we're going to slow down our breath. So as we go all the way up, we're going to take a breath in all the way to the ceiling. Once we get there and we start our journey back down again, all the way to here, we're going to breathe out. So let's do that 3 times. So let's breathe in. If you reach your capacity, just hold that breath, and then on the way back down, reach out again. On the second one, let's cross them over. So 3-3, and let's take them higher, just like this. So we get 5-5, 7-7. On the way up, we're breathing in. And then on the way down, we're going to breathe out. Let's just connect to our smile there. Okay, and on the third one, what we're going to do is we're going to alternate. So we're going to go 4-4 and then a 3-3. Then we're going to get higher, 6-6, 5-5. Okay. On the way up, we're breathing in. On the way down, we're breathing out. As we breathe out, let's bring that smile to our face. Oh, dropped them over this morning. And out. Let's have a bit of a body scan, guys. So we'll do this with 2 balls. But what I want you to do is I just want you to throw the ball up, hit it off a shoulder and catch it. Okay, let's just work down our body. Let's try and feel the sensation on your body here. More importantly than the juggling, let's feel the sensation. So let's just work down your body. So we've got elbows. We've got wrists. Hips. That's a tricky one. Stay on hips for a little bit. Knees. Shins. and then feet. And let's just bring it into a 1-1. So what we're going to do today. So what we're going to do is we're going to start today with those three statements that we spoke about. I said for the last 2 days, the reflection statements. Okay. So let's do this. The first one with one ball. What I want you to do is I want you to work on the stepping stone. So let's just throw it all around. What I want you to be aware of is what the other hand is doing. So as soon as the ball leaves your hand, look at this hand. Figure out what this hand is doing. Be aware of that. Maybe change what that's doing. So let's work all the way around. You can work in ones. You can work in threes. Whatever you want. And we're going to reflect on the statement. This is how I am going to make today great. This is how I'm going to make today great. Remember to look at that opposite hand. Check out what that's doing. And let's just come back to 1-1 for a second. Let's close our eyes and let's just check in with the theme of the week. So this week, I think he was all here on Monday, right? This week I said we've got our own theme. You can make your own theme up. It could be an affirmation for your week, or it could be something more specific. So let's just check in with that now. And let's take that 1-1 back into that stepping stone. Maybe let's try and be a bit more obscure in how we catch. So maybe let's try and catch with our arm underneath, or our arm underneath our leg, or behind our back, in whatever way we want. Try and not see that ball when you catch it. Try and have a glimpse of that ball. And then turn the eyes away from it. So you know where it's coming. But you're not watching that catch. You're watching that other hand. Okay, so take that back into the stepping stones. Keep that obscure shaping going as we reflect on the second statement. Something positive that you experienced yesterday. So maybe think about throwing the throws differently as well as the catches. Something positive you experienced yesterday. Remember, you can have that number 2, to just have that reflection moment if you want it. And let's grab a second ball there. And let's just check in with our heartbeat. 4-1-1. 4-1-1. Okay, let's see that as our little worry window, or any window really. Okay, let's look through that window and see that thing that we experienced yesterday. See that positive thing. So visualize it right through that window. Okay, now we've got 2 balls for the last. So we're going to throw 2 balls in whichever way we want. You can keep one silent, but keep that motion going. Keep moving. Be aware of the surroundings. Be aware of your breath. That third one was what was your good deed for yesterday? What was my good deed for yesterday? For yourself, for somebody else. And let's, in our own time, just come to 4-4. 4-4. So, guys, we've got 22 days until our celebration day, we're calling it, of our, let's have a little dance for it, for our habit, really, like, it's stake in the ground. Oh, God, you cheer me up this morning. I was worried about coming in. I was like, oh, I've got enough. Oh, what can I do this morning? Seeing your face, this is lovely. Right, 4-4. 4-4. Okay, let's have a check-in with that habit. Before we do, what I want you to do is I want you to, so as I said, we've got 22 days. We're going to have a moment of maths this morning. Okay, you've got to get to the number 22. Okay, so calculate your side swaps. 3, 6. Let's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, in whichever way you want to, okay? All the way up to 22 and then start again, okay? And what I want you to do is I want you to try and remember that pattern of 2 ball all the way up to 22. There might be some silences in there. Maybe add some silences in there. I'm coming closer so I can see you. I'm going to go for it as well. 22.
4 5s, a 2 and a drop.
4 5s, a 2 and a 15, 20, a 2 and a drop.
7 3s and a 1.
7 3s and a 1. What are you on, Rianne?
3 6s and a 4.
Also a dragon.
So let's go with that. Let's run with that pattern, whichever one is yours, however you're calculating 22. Let's run with it. And let's just have a habit check-in, okay? So we've got something that we decided all them weeks ago that we wanted to bring a habit into our life. It might have changed since then. It might have evolved. It might be the same. Let's just reflect on what that was, and let's just move through that calculation, that moment of maths to get there. Let's think about the positive one, but let's also think about that one that we wanted to shift, the one that we wanted to take away from our life. So we've got one that we want to bring in, one that we want to bring out. 22 days to the 66th day of our habit. I wonder what will happen on that day. I'm getting quite curious. So when I was looking through the internet this morning, I was looking at habits again, and there was this website called The Good Within, and it talked about the 3 R's, which was making a habit. The 3 R's being, one is a reminder. That is me every now and then, every week, checking in with these habits, making you think about them. The routine of you going about your day, thinking about these things, maybe integrating some of the thoughts. And then we've got the reward. So there's this reminder, routine, reward, reminder, routine, reward. Let's grab a 3rd ball and let's juggle 3 balls in a 3-ball cascade. If you're not quite there, if you're joining in live, just hold your balls in your hands and just throw one back and forth. The important thing is we've got a routine ball, we've got a reminder ball. And what's the 3rd one? We've got a reward ball, and the reward probably is that most important thing. What are we doing for ourselves? Not necessarily connected to our habits, but kindness to ourselves. What you got, Sugar? Is that like a teddy? Oh, nice. Love
Toothless.
it.
Toothless the dragon.
So maybe let's take that for a 4, 2, 3. Okay. Recognize the changing pattern. Recognize the changing thoughts. The changing feelings of how we feel. Rianne, I've been working on that 4, 2, 3. Did the balls go on the outside? Can you do that 4, 2, 3 with the little that you spoke about yesterday with that little throw up? Okay. So it goes, so the balls are on the outside all the time.
Yeah, you can do that with them on the outside or going around the 3.
Okay. I was practicing it this morning. It won't work. Okay, guys, let's just take them, give them a squeeze, throw them on your heart, boom, feel it in your heart, feel it in your tummy, feel that smile. And let's just run through that visualization. I just want to keep it with us every day this week. Last week it was a river. This week it's a bike. So I want you to this morning, just go back to 2 balls. Let's think about that bike as we're on that bike and we're traveling on that bike to day 66, the 18th of March. Okay, so we're pedaling along on our day today. We're giving our day that energy, that 3-1. Okay, there's breaks at any time, breaks in our thought about thinking those habits. I suppose what we're trying to do is we're trying to embed them within the back of within our subconscious. Front break and a back break, positive break and a negative break, 2 opposite breaks. Got the wheels, which are turning as a consequence of our pedaling forwards or backwards, 5 and a 1. All the way to day 66, where we're going to have a little party session. I don't know what that means yet, but we will figure that out on the way. Okay, we've got a 6-6, which are our Spokey Dokies. Every time I say Spokey Dokie, I want to say Ben after it. Spokey Dokie Bens. Okay. What I'm starting to think about is those wheels are turning as a consequence of the pedaling, the energy that we're giving. But as a consequence of those wheels turning, these Spokey Dokies are traveling up and down, and they're making this really nice rain sound. And there's lots of them. And there's too many for us to think about individually. But if we thought about those little Spokey Dokies as individual thoughts coming in and out of our conscious, it can give us a bit of a visual or something of how many thoughts are traveling through our mind every day. Depending on how fast we're going. If we just stop and just find that balance, let's come to here, this 3-3. If we just, not that, well, maybe, I know in circus, some of us can just balance on a stopped bike, right? That moment of silence, that moment of focus that we all know in this room, that 3-3, that balance. Okay, and let's finish off with that 2-2, that subconscious understanding, the understanding that we know if we can ride a bike, we can get on that bike and we can go. We know that. Like, we know we can pick up 3 balls and juggle. So let's hold these in our arms. And I love what Pete just did with them. We're going to give ourselves a hug. I think that's what he did. We're going to give ourselves a hug with the balls. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn our palms to the sky. Okay, we're not allowed to use any wrist motion here. We have to use all knees. So what we're going to do is we're going to bend down and we're going to throw them up by jumping. And we're going to try and catch them again. They need to leave our hands. That's the only rule. But you're not allowed to use any motion from the wrist. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, actually, it was much easier than I thought. Did you get both? None. I got 1. Lovely. Guys, thank you so much for coming this morning. I will be back tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. And I shall see you then. Take care, Shuggy. I like your dragon tower.
I got 1 and you got 3.
Did you get 1? Oh, brilliant. Well done.
Oh, actually, I got 4. Either one.
Oh. Cheers,
Good night,
guys.
dude.
So this. Cheers for joining in live, guys. Be back.